We just talked about homeowners and renters, and now there's some good news for small business owners. Listen to this. The Treasury Department, the state Treasury Department, that is kicking off a new program this month called the Main Street Recovery Program. Listen to this. They are offering $275 million in grant money to small businesses. If you're wondering, is my business eligible? Well, here to help us answer that question, please help me welcome the state treasurer, Mr. John Schroeder. Hello.
Good morning. I need something that you're drinking.
It's just coffee, a little bit of water, and a lot of thankfulness. I am so glad that you are on the show. Government official, everybody. Thank you so much for coming on to talk about you all's new program. Let's talk about it. It's called the Main Street Recovery Program, and it helps small businesses. What can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, I'm really excited. First of all, thank you guys for having us on to be able to talk about the program. It's going to be important because look, this is for small businesses. This is legislation that was passed this past legislative session and signed into law by the governor. And it really gets down to the small businesses across the state of Louisiana. Like you said earlier, it's $275 million. And that will be used to help them get through, uh, the first 21 days. There's a couple things that are important to understand. The first 21 days are set aside for businesses that have not already received some aid from the federal government. And then the first 60 days is set aside for minority-owned businesses, uh, both minorities, women, veterans, and things like that. So there's a couple little tweaks in it, but what I do tell people, there's a little misconception that if you have received some aid, that you're not eligible. You absolutely are. It's just the first 21 days is set aside for businesses that have not received any aid yet. After that 21 days, then it's opened up to everybody.
So if I have gotten aid and I'm a small business owner, after 21 days, I can then go online, find out if I'm eligible, and then hopefully get some money.
Yeah, so actually you can apply on day one, and the program will separate into categories, those that have already received aid and those that have not. So when that 21-day period is over, you'll be in line. What I tell people, it starts on the 28th, only $275 million, and that you've seen the different programs around the state, they don't last long.
Mhm. I
They
know
say,
that. So apply if you can. Now, of course, a lot of business owners out there are probably saying, how do I find out if I'm eligible? You all have made it super easy. You go online and take a quiz, right?
there's a 5 or 6 question quiz that basically gives you an idea. Hey, you can take the next step because there's some very basic things that according to the legislation, like you had to have filed your taxes in either 2018, 2019. Obviously, you have to be a registered business in Louisiana in good standing. So once you get through a couple of basic 5 or 6 questions, if you pass that, then it'll allow you to go into the big application.
And if I'm a small business owner, does every single business that applies and that's eligible get the same amount of money, or it's different amounts for different businesses?
Yeah, that's a good question. This is a reimbursement program. So you had to have incurred some expenses that are COVID related. This does not replace lost income, or lost revenue. This only replaces your cost of what it took to stay in business. As an example, let's just say you're renting a space on Magazine Street or on Veterans Highway and you've been closed for 4 months. Well, your carrying costs for your rent, your insurance, if you're paying salaries, all those things are eligible up to $15,000.
Up
So
to $15,000. Very important, my friends. Look, the good news is the quiz is so easy. I'm not a business owner, but I tried taking the quiz myself. My friends, if you want to see if you're eligible for the quiz, please go online to check out the quiz. The website is louisianamainstreet.com, or you can give them a call at 1-888-795-4947.